Hi guys, in today's video I thought I would show you guys this situation that's happened. So basically I did actually mention in a video a little while ago that I'd heard about a guinea pig with a head tilt who's actually in there, and I was potentially considering taking her on. Now, not something I thought anything of since. It's been about 2 months since I spoke to my neighbours about her, because basically one of my neighbours breeds guinea pigs quite prolifically. So these girls have all had a lot of litters and a lot of babies between them. And these are the girls that he wanted to retire. Now he had 6 adult females in a 120 by 60 hutch, which is the bare minimum for 2. So you can imagine 7 plus that little baby girl there. So yeah. And there was some arguments between the girls. He did ask me a lot of the time why were they fighting, a lot of them have cuts on them, and I was just like, well, it's probably due to the space. Didn't really want to listen because the pet shop told him that that's an okay size for 6, 7 girls. So yeah. And then he then told me about that girl who's in here, to show you her now, who has a very slight head tilt. So her head tilt doesn't affect her generally, it doesn't affect her day to day. She just looks a bit bizarre with it. To be completely honest, it doesn't have any impact of her quality of life. She can still eat, she can still drink. They just couldn't sell her. And they also didn't, they asked me would I recommend them breeding her, and I said no, with her having neurological issues. So that was all fine. And then they then contacted me a few days ago and asked would I be able to help, because basically they had bought a monkey and the landlord basically said you have to get rid of all these animals, otherwise you're getting kicked out. So they contacted me over these 6 girls, and I said okay, which wasn't initially the plan, but then obviously I had adopted Gunther. He needs some friends, and originally I was just planning on taking her when Gunther was ready, the one with the head tilt, but it was to a point where I couldn't really leave them and I felt bad, so I took 6 of them. Now there is that 7th female who, she's a shortage, she's quite a feisty girl, and they decided they wanted to keep her, and I said the door is always open, which that still stands. The door is still open for her if a home is needed for her. But these girls obviously were the main priority. So we've got the 2 alpaca girls, which is that ginger female here, who is really fat. She is 1,900 grams. We then have obviously the girl with the head tilt, she's an alpaca, and the other 4 girls are all Manipules. So the black and ginger girl just there, if my phone focuses, is the mum to the black baby Manipuli. And then we then have this female and the white female. Now the white female is the most feral and the most skitty. I don't really think these girls have been handled at all much, to be completely honest. So we are dealing with that, and we are getting them obviously being handled and things. They have shouted back at the other pigs, which is really cute actually to see. They do seem to be quite confident actually in the grand scheme of things, like being outside, they're not bothered. The other 5 girls, even the baby definitely is the glue that holds these girls together. They don't really interact. You will see actually the tri-coloured female and the black and ginger female, they sit together, and then the 2 alpaca girls babysit the baby. And the white girl just kind of sits on her own. But yeah, so they do kind of have names at the moment. I am considering names. So the alpaca girl with the head tilt, I think I'm going to call her Pandora, and then the other girls I don't know. So we are obviously considering names for them, and I will do a video on that. But Gunther, who is the alpaca boy who I took on a couple of months ago, he is getting castrated on Tuesday. I've just been trying to find a space with the vet, so he will be castrated, and then these will be his females. Now if we do take on the other female, she'll probably go into Ollie's group, because they are a lot more chilled and a lot more experienced as a group, so I think that'll be a better grouping for her. These girls are currently living in a CNC cage, which is great for them. They're enjoying that. They also have the Fairplast 100 as a litter tray, which you will often find these girls just sprawled out in that, which is great for them. But yeah, so far they're doing great with the eating. They're quite picky eaters. They weren't really given a lot. They weren't given hay. They were literally just given a hutch, grass and carrots and muesli. So yeah, they are quite fat. But yeah, this is just them. But I've noticed I've had them now for a few days, like a week maybe, and they're interacting a lot more than what they did a week ago. Like a week ago you wouldn't see this, like they didn't really hang out together, they just kind of ignored each other, which now I'm at least noticing some social interaction, and it's not really aggressive. Social interaction is actually really, really positive, which is great. So yeah, so that is just the girls. There will obviously be a video on bonding. Obviously, like I said, there'll be a video on the castration vlog, and I may do a cage tour for these girls. I'm not too sure yet, but I don't know whether they're going to go into my guinea pig room or whether they're going to go into a separate room. I'm not too sure yet, but that is just them. Yeah, this girl here is the most confident. She just generally doesn't care. Like the baby back there is actually super, super confident, and that's just her mummy there, the black and ginger girl. But yeah, the hairs will come back. The white female who was just in there, she's got probably the worst coat condition out of all of them. But yeah, that'll soon get better. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Please comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.